What's going on, everybody, man? It's your boy, Majah Vernon, J.K., Mr. Money Man, a.k.a. I do real estate, a.k.a. I'm an entrepreneur. What's good, man? Let's see if I can get this up here, man, and kind of get this thing situated right there, man. Like I say, this your boy, man, coming to give you the news, the blues, and the clues, man, to get your money right, you know, uh, get your life right, man, and ultimately change the mindset in the household, man. What we doing, man, is Wild and Rough Wednesdays, man, and just wanna tap in, man, and kind of build for a quick second, man. I'm on my way to the office, actually about to pull up, man, and just thought about, you know, some of the stuff I was actually doing before I left, the office last night, man. I ain't leave the office till a little after 2 a.m. Man, I probably didn't crash about 4 something this morning, man, right back up at it, a little bit before 9, but, my hours, man, I got some crazy hours, but in the midst of all of this, man, I just want to, rap with y'all, build for a quick second, man, and just let you know that, everything is possible, man, and really when you start tapping into the belief system that you create your destiny, man, like it really, really changes the way you look at things, man. And one thing about it, this kind of something that I've been thinking about, because I was talking to an attorney, man. I was calling attorney and some CPAs to kind of get some stuff situated with some of my new businesses, and you know I recorded the call, man, and it's kind of something where you just gotta realize your greatness, man, and some people try to keep you in a limited state of mind, Now, some of the things, you can look at it as wisdom or information and build from it, or you can look at it or you can take it as a way of belittling your knowledge or whatever, or you could take it as a negative outlook on what you got going, and I try to use it as the former, the wisdom and experience behind it. But the conversation kind of went where, like, I was like, look, man, I need to get a couple LLCs started. I'm trying to see, what's the best method, S Corp, LLC, so on and so forth for this particular businesses that I got started. And the conversation went to the point of where the attorney, now I'm calling them trying to bring them some new business, and the attorney just, told, and the person, you took a little bit of information that I gave you and formulated your own opinion, in which, like I say, how a person takes it is one thing, so I didn't look at it as that. I'm like, damn, you kind of made me don't want to do business with you. But, and me understanding my level of effort in the actions that I put out there determines the amount of revenue I can generate, so I understand that. But the person went as far as saying, well, like, look, man, you got a lot going, it seems like you're scattered, you don't know this, why don't you focus on building this up to a certain level of success, and then you can focus on something else. And I've mentioned to you, like, I've been doing real estate full time for 12 years, so on and so forth. How much revenue, but you took the level of revenue that I generate and use that as your conclusion as, do I know how to run a business? Now, and me in my level of advancement of self recognition and things like that, I'm like, well, a person doesn't know the full dynamics of what you have going on. So, I realize my family, I've let things over the years hinder me as far as growth. This is self-realization. I know this. So you giving your opinion as far as me being in different position, that position, so on and so forth, it's really not relevant to my level of understanding of where I've advanced in business, as well as creating multiple other streams of income. So I say that just to say, like, sometimes a person, on the outside will give you opinion, and this person might be accredited as far as their particular field or their particular expertise in what they do, but without fully understanding your level of advancement and what you have going on, they cannot fully comprehend, unless this is somebody who um, you consult with on a regular. Then that person kind of has a little bit more information. But this was somebody who, in my case, this was somebody who never had, this was our first conversation. So it was just something where uh, the opportunity to gain new business, and I just had to ask him, like, look, so is it something where you can help me, or do you not take on new clients, or what? Because, like, this conversation, we've talked about 30 minutes, and you just seem to tell me stories of other people's businesses and this and that, which I like these stories because it helps to facilitate ideal and growth in certain areas. So, but, like, look, are you not looking for new business? Because I know where I'm going, but the reason I mention this is because we go back and we look at some of the greatest inventors. When you focus on some of the greatest inventors out there and what they was able to accomplish, who told Einstein that he was a madman, or he was, how many inventions did Einstein come up with? How many different formulas? You take someone like Edison. How many different inventions? You take someone like Benjamin Banneker. How many different uh, products? How many different patents? So when a person tells you stay in your lane and you can only focus on this until you formulate some certain level of success, then to me, if you understand what it is that you have accomplished in your, something is only good for you for a certain season, and when that season is up, like, it's time to go find a new harvest. And it doesn't mean that you're not committed to the process. It's like, okay, that harvest is you understand the harvest of this particular journey, and that journey can still yield fruits, but it doesn't mean you can't go out and create sow new seeds. So it's just something, man, where I just been, don't let another professional tell you that, but it's only valuable if you have realized where you are. You understand the dilemmas and the pitfalls and all these things. It takes a lot of self-assessment to come to those conclusions. And one thing about me, like, getting out of my own way, and that's something that, you have to realize, like, okay, this is why I didn't grow. Like, you have to really dig deep and realize, like, certain forms of growth that you were a part of, that you could have overcame and things like that. And once you can actually pinpoint it and see and realize that, man, then it's time to move on. So, a lot of good things going, man. Like, today's, a lot of different ventures, a lot of different things, and it's just, I just wanted to take this quick little second, man, before I pulled up at the office, man, to kind of just rap with y'all a little bit, man, and let you know that, like, all is possible, man. Everything is possible, once you see the vision, you do the numbers, you do the homework, you do the due diligence in the process, and you formulate a plan. And once you do that, then it's full steam running, man. And, like, a lot of different things. Like, I mean, even with like, I got to the point where I realized, like, look, man, it doesn't even, my website is not correct. It's not 100%. Like, my banner came out, it had the wrong spelling on it. I got 3 different domain names, and all of them got different names, like, all of these things that you put as roadblocks to keep you from moving forward, man. You just got to jump out there and do it. And one thing, and that's, you know, it goes back to like when I talk about real estate, you know, and wholesaling and things like that, man. You have to fumble your way through it. You know, if you're doing something that is totally brand new to you, you're gonna make mistakes, man, and you just got to be able to live with that. The guy I follow, and just you know, I'm always learning, man. I'm always spending, buying people products, buying, you know, classes, all of this. Like, man, I spend thousands upon thousands, $10,000s on self-development training and all these type of things, man. So I'm always looking for new information, and everybody has something to offer you. That's why I was like, look, man, I reach out to people, like, look, let's figure out what you're good at, and let's run at it. This is what, and this is the state of mind that I'm in right now, because real estate, I know for a fact I would do real estate for the rest of my life. That doesn't mean I have to work in real estate every single day. I will, but it doesn't mean that I have to. Uh, Creating and helping people build their business, like, this is just one of the things that I believe is something that this is the season of what I'm in. Along me building other businesses and helping people build their businesses is the harvest that is the sowing that's taking place right now. And so I'm big on, and like I was saying, like, one of the people that I you know, joined their program, you know, it always says, you know, factor in a 20% loss. And like, when you hear other people uh, corroborate things that you've said, things, your viewpoints, then it lets you know that you're on the right path, man. So, but that takes looking in the mirror, man, and being truthful and honest with yourself, and being able to accept the criticism, and I'm you know, and not look at it as hate or anything like that, depending on who it's coming from. But all hate is welcome, you know. So being able to know, like, if I go into a situation knowing that I'm gonna lose, or this is the worst outcome, I've already won. I've already won. This is what I'm expecting. I'm expecting this to I'm expecting this to lose. It's a crazy monster. It's a crazy train of thought, man. But like, if you go into the situation with this is what I expect. So if I expect this to happen, and anything over that happens, it's a true success. So now it comes down to what level of effort are you putting into it. So man, it's just mind blowing, man, the way, you know, certain people relate when you vibing on a certain frequency, man. Like, you just tap in with different people, man, and it's a beautiful thing. And you haven't even experienced a certain level of success that you know is, yeah, the potential is there, but it's just like, you know, at the beginning of a race, man, like starting your engine. You just getting the engine started, like you ain't even took the warm up lap yet, you know. But you understand that your vision in the daily things that you're doing, whether it be one phone call, 5 phone calls, one research, 2 research, this company, that company. Once all these things going on, firing, you know, some firing on 2 cylinders, some firing on this, firing on that. Like, once you get to full throttle, we on lap 100. Where do you think you're gonna be at? Like, man, it's magnificent. So we buying money, buying companies, man. Like, I just got a total different view on, man. And it's like, when you behind the 8 ball, you can't see the vision, and it takes you listening to somebody else. It takes you, because the experience is there. The experience is there, whether you know it or not, in some form or fashion. When you begin to tap into your greatness, you have already experienced some things that will lead you down to know that, like, damn, I knew this. Whether you recall it or not is one thing, but actually just engaging in that process, like, you be like, wow, man, like, I knew this. And and it's just beautiful, man. It's beautiful because then it gives you a little bit more confidence. It lets you know that, like, okay, I can do this, and but you got to be strong-willed enough to know that, like, you just getting started. So it's plenty more hurdles. You don't know where the hurdles gonna come from, but you just got to know that they there. You got to know that they there. You got to know that they coming. But long as you can always you know, uh, recollect on, oh man, I overcame that, and like I knew it. Then it's another level of surety that you're gonna be great. You got some goodness in you, man. So be sure of yourself, man. Know that you can do it. Get around people that's want the same thing, and ultimately is looking to change their life, man. If you keep hanging out with the same people and you see that, like, look, man, all we doing is we doing this, we doing that, and that doing those actions have yielded the same thing, and nobody's actually made any type of real moves over the last 4 5 years, then it's time to change, man. Like, you just got to change. And it's not meaning that if you don't have any value on your own life, nobody will put that value on it. Nobody else is going to give you that value. So when you determine what you're worth, then you'll begin to realize, like, look, man, I got to separate, I got to do this, I got to do that. And it doesn't mean that the company you hang with is any less you're any better than this or that. It's just like you've made a decision to, like, get your shit together, like, and everybody has that choice. We're the only creatures that have the free will to make decisions. We have free will. Like, we can go and do anything we want. Like, we're not bound by I'm only an elephant and I can only roam this, roam that. Like, like, we have free will and we can change at any given moment, man. And if I'm homeless, I can make the decision to live like a king. It just requires the effort. Man, I'm finna go in here, man. I'm finna bang it out for a minute. Got some business calls to make. Some credit trade lines to get approved for. Some real estate deals. Got to go check my stock portfolio. See how that's doing. Like, just throughout the day, man, it's all kind of shit, hit and miss, firing on all different cylinders, this and that. But I'm looking to build a team, man. I'm looking to build a team, man. If you made it this far, the first 5 people that come in right now, man, I got a What's the Reason t-shirt coming to you. So if you see this at 18 minutes and 10 seconds and you comment whatever time that was, the time I mentioned, I got a What's the Reason t-shirt coming to you, man. Drop your size in my email and I'll definitely get that to you. And for anybody else, man, who want business consultations or anything, you go to my email, majavvernon15@gmail.com. We'll schedule a 10-15 minute consultation, man. Try to see where you at, what type of ideas you got, and ultimately, man, try to get you set up with establishing yourself. And if you need, for anybody looking to get it started in stocks, like, look, I'm not an expert at these type of things. I just follow the people who taught me the methods. I turn you on to the people who do this for a living. I realize, like, look, I can't look at you. I do certain things throughout the day because, look, I want to pick some winners and things like that. I've had my ups and downs, but I'm not the person to tell you how to read a chart and stuff like that. Look, I direct you to that person, and then, we come back, and through my affiliations with other people, we pick winners. So I'm not the one to tell you to go out and, let's analyze it. Like, I don't have the time to do that. I just tell you, like, look, man, click the link below, get started. At least get started. Take the time to get started. Hopefully, you can click the link in the descriptions. Get your account at least started. And once you do that, we'll tap you into the people who can actually show you how to go through that training. Maybe that's something I'll do in the future, you know, once my team and stuff is set up and in place. But for the moment, I'm not in a position to teach anybody how to read charts and, you know, all those type of things. I look at the history, I look at some certain different factors, and I determine if I want to be invested in a certain company. I listen to a lot of other people that put way more time into it than I do. Uh, and I kind of go off of my feelings and numbers, but as far as waiting for a certain setup, where to buy it, like I'm not gonna engage in that. But I'll tell you, man, like look, you click that link and you sign up, deposit your money into the account, man. Let's both get something from it. You know, you get some free stocks, I get something. Uh, you know, that's beneficial. If you're looking to get started in real estate, I got a link also where you can go and you know, get your platform set up, you know, and if that's something, you know, we can discuss on the consultation call. But like, look, man, I hope I can bring some value to y'all, man. Just a little Wild and Rough Wednesday rant, you know, bill, you know, so on and so forth. Look to do more videos, man. I got a bunch of different business trade lines that I'm gonna be showing y'all. Like, look, man, this has been the best year as far as opportunity wise, understanding wise, and we rolling into 2021, man, flowing and banging, you know, peak performance, man. We putting octane boost in the tank, and like we ready for that shit to fire up. So it's your boy, man, Majah Vernon, giving you the news, the blues, and the clues, man, to get your money right. You know, uh, one thing we like to say, man, it's not about the why no more. It's about what's the reason. What's the reason we do what we do, man? Ultimately, to change the mindset, change the narrative in the household, man. Set ourselves up and put ourselves in a position of winning. Um, you know, change the dynamics of the family, man, and that's, you know, building a legacy play, like building something that the generations to come will be proud of, and know that those prior to them set up the generations, man, for success. Like we owe it to ourselves, we owe it to our future, we owe it to our offsprings, man, to take the time now while the time is right to invest in ourselves, invest in our future. So it's no longer about the why, man. It's about what's the reason. What's the reason we do what we do. It's your boy, man. I'll see y'all at the next one. Salute.